lot of stuff on the desk. Lots of stuff on the desk. A lot of stuff on the desk. Let's see what we got here. If you can hear me, Courtney, give me a 1, Courtney. Give me a 1, Courtney. If you can hear me, give me a 1, Courtney. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. I'm in your face. Get out my face here. Okay. Okay. Let me just reduce the size of this window because I'm not able to see the comments. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, much better. This is actually supposed to start at 2 p.m., but we're here early. Let's see if that works better. Let's shift that. Okay, maybe that works better. Okay, guys. We want to just have a little talk real quick here. I got 6 minutes. Hey, Olga, how you doing? Cheryl, what's going on? Lady Coltrane, what's good? Alexander, what's up? Cheryl, how you doing? Courtney Love in the building. Faye Washington, hey, what's goody? Okay, so let's go ahead and share the link. I hadn't tweeted the link out. Can someone go ahead and tweet the link out? Let's see here. Maybe I'll better tweet it out. Hold on. Let me grab the link. Maybe I should tweet it out. What you think? You think I should tweet it out? I think I'll tweet it out. Okay. Let's grab this here. And I'm going to go to another one that we're going to tweet this out real quick. Right here. 1 second here. Okay. I'm going to tweet this out, and then we're going to go back to the other room. We're going to tweet this out right here. All right, guys, I'm almost done. I'm coming back. Okay. There we go. All right, guys, so I'm back. Okay. So as I peruse the internet and a few websites, I noticed that this alleged allegations of R. Kelly supposedly going to snitch on other people for a reduced sentence is growing legs. Uh, let's unpack this for a second. Let's really unpack this. Let's make sense of this and why so many people are really promoting this. R. Kelly is planning on snitching on other people, as revealed by a friend. So a friend had access to communicate with R. Kelly while he's in the detention center. So when did this friend have an opportunity to communicate with R. Kelly? We do know that R. Kelly's communications were leaked to a blogger. Don't you think that would have been some important information that she would have leaked as well? So either someone's trying to get R. Kelly killed as he enters into this penal system, or someone's playing a very dangerous game of disseminating false information. If R. Kelly was going to cooperate, if he had anything, he would have done that at the beginning of a trial, before the trial. To think that some of these, you got to look at who's actually reporting this and putting it out. I saw a article with didn't have the title of the publication. It just had an article, and it would look like it was cropped out. It was cropped out for, I don't know why it was cropped out. It's no credible, if I can say credible media outlet has ran with that. They have put this information out in, in, in my belief to potentially do some harm to him, to say that. First of all, why would a friend be putting that information out? And this can potentially do major damage to R. Kelly. And I would say that what should happen is someone from his legal team to come out and say to the public that none of that's even true. People are actually making money off of this false rumor. And it's, first of all, I don't know if someone's trying to suggest that there were other high profile people involved in some type of sex ring, which R. Kelly wasn't even accused of being a part of. So he has, out of nowhere, he has information on other people. First of all, R. Kelly didn't move with other people like that. You know, he moved with his lady friends. He didn't move with other people like that. So I wonder who would put that information out. Oh, I don't know where it started from, but I would just say that that should be nipped in the bud. That should be nipped in the bud. And those that are promoting it, talking about it, uh, they're only doing it for the clicks. That's all they're doing it for, the clicks. And I don't get on YouTube a lot, but YouTube is becoming a very dangerous place for people. It's becoming a very dangerous place. The fact that someone could just put something out, and it might not even originate from YouTube. The internet is a dangerous place at times. The fact of the matter is, anyone with any common sense will know that he would not be sharing. I don't like to say he would even do something like that, but the fact of the matter is, why would he share this on a monitored phone call with a friend? Or even in the writing communication? All that's being monitored. If it didn't go through his attorney, which is privileged communication, it probably didn't even happen. It probably didn't even happen. It's ridiculous. It's irresponsible for people to keep promoting bullshit. Excuse my language, but I've listened to some of these clubhouse rooms and I hear people giving their take on the trial. None of them even covered. They just going on and on. They didn't come into a courtroom, but there are authorities on the trial. And I would say that the transcript, it's only part of the trial. There's things that occurred in that courtroom that you can't put on transcript. So when people are talking about the various things that happened during the trial, what they don't realize is certain things are not even taken down on paper. Like the color of the courtroom, meaning the moods and the temperature, the demeanors of different people and the behavior of different parties as it relates to cross-examination and or sidebars and or it's just crazy how people can just run with something and it's irresponsible. If R. Kelly is to get exercise his right to an appeal, he has to be able to make it to the appeal process. And if he goes into a penal system, because he'll probably have to go into the penal system, until whatever appeal he exhausts his appeals or get a positive outcome from the appeal. But this is all over the internet of him going in as a potential snitch. How long do you think he will last in general population with a snitch label besides what he's going in there for? How long do you think he'll last in there? Quite honestly. For a pack of cigarettes, listen, it's not good. And the people that are even talking about reporting it, and there's some very high profile influencers have actually reported this. So that could be pretty dangerous. Yeah. So that's my issue, that people don't even have common sense to realize that it does him no good to snitch on anyone. Like, what does he have to snitch on? For him to be able to say, for him to be able to snitch, that means he had to been guilty of something himself. And while he's found guilty, obviously we sat through the trial. We saw a lot of different things, but do we believe that this is the end of his legal process? Absolutely not. Then he has to go to other jurisdictions. So for those who are constantly promoting that, shame on you. Hold on, guys. Yeah, well, whack and iced tea, because they had nothing better to do. That's what that's about. They had nothing better to do, unless they retweeted it. They even retweeted. Wow. Well, I listen to satellite radio, and it's just so funny how a rumor can make it to the airwaves, the radio station, as someone just pointed out. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fact, but and anyone in that reporting, did anyone identify this friend? Did anyone in any of this reporting identify who the friend is? Is the friend now the source? But did they name the friend that said this? Because guess what? When you name the friend who said this, that he spoke to R. Kelly, or she spoke to R. Kelly, and she said that, then guess what? Now you can scrutinize what came out of that alleged friend's mouth. But when you have a invisible person who is purported to be a friend of his, saying this, but there's no vetting process, then why are people even running with this? So we need to see, what we want to see now is the friend come forward. That's all it is. I agree with you, Rosalind Dorsey. More rumors from platforms to get it back the way of the world. Right. It's no different. And I'm going to put this in. I just got to talk about Sonya, because Sonya's testimony was so unbelievable that one would wonder, what were they trying to do? No one could, in a right mind, believe that something like that, based on the story and common sense, because we cannot abandon common sense and when we listen to people's stories. We cannot abandon common sense when we're listening to people's stories. So, as a trained investigator, as a trained lawyer, as a trained person who takes down the facts, those prosecutors should have known better to even put that person up as a witness, because you brought someone in that never even filed a police report. Never even, at the time, the freshest time to remember an account of something would be the day of, or days within a close proximity to when it occurred. Not years later, and you offer this person up as a witness in a racketeering case. And you knew, listening to the details of what she said, that it's not likely that happened. Because you have a picture with someone standing by a bus, and perhaps you went to the studio, and perhaps you wasn't even there 3 days. Who knows for a fact that that person was at the studio for 3 days? Because that never came out either. We've never seen proof that that person was there for 3 days. By way of phone records, tracking towers, location, the employer that supposedly had assigned that person to do the interview is dead. But this was presented to the jury. This was whoever said that we want to make this person a witness to help us build the case against R. Kelly. They were reaching. They were playing the spaghetti contest. Throw whatever against the wall, see what sticks. This is a classic technique. Throw whatever you can against the wall and see what sticks. Obviously, Sonya didn't stick to the wall. She didn't stick. Because the people have to understand, like, the verdict form and how each count was broken down. He was convicted on 9 counts. But in each count, there were elements, so to speak. So if you have a racketeering, if they found guilty of one of the 4 in there, guess what? It just won. Well, we don't believe Sonya, but we believe this other person. Then they're going to find him guilty. But we got to understand that rumors start all the time. I heard so many rumors, so many different rumors. People have inboxed me stuff, and sometimes I'm not going to even address, because that's how rumors start. If it doesn't pass the test for me, I'm not touching it. And I agree with you, Cheryl Slim 2246. I agree with you. She says, why his lawyer's not addressing the rumor seems like they're not thinking about his safety. That's a good question for his attorneys. That's a very good question for his attorneys. That should have been nipped in the bud immediately. Maybe the attorneys may put a statement out. I'm guessing the attorneys will probably put a statement out real soon. But it should have happened. Well, what probably happened? They didn't think it was growing legs. They didn't think the story was going to grow legs. Because, if you address every rumor, especially during the trial, they will be distracted. But this is something very serious. You got to address this. You can't just let this grow legs, because the first thing someone will say when he gets in population is, if it's not true, why your attorneys didn't speak up? That's the most common sense thing someone's going to say. If it's not true, why hasn't your attorney spoke up? Because he's the fiduciary to R. Kelly. So somebody got to speak up, because we don't know who the friend is. So if we don't know who the friend is, I could be the friend. You could be the friend. Anybody could be the friend. No, if you're a friend and you want to help him, you put a story out like this, what kind of friend are you? For real. Friends like that, you don't need enemies. How about that? With friends like that, you don't need enemies. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna speak on that too, real quickly. I tweeted it out the other day, but I was watching. I watched AZ's interview, and I scrolled down the CBS page, and I watched Dream Hampton did an interview early on, and she said essentially that R. Kelly was handcuffing his victims. Handcuffing. It wasn't like a tongue-in-cheek type response. It was, she said that he was handcuffing his victims. I don't know what trial she was watching, but there was never no testimony that he handcuffed anybody. There was never any testimony that he handcuffed anybody. And when you have the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly say that, unless there's some kind of allegation somewhere else down the road, but in this particular trial, and this is the trial we're talking about, they were talking about his situation, his conviction. So where is the testimony of him handcuffing anybody? That's all I'm asking. Where's the testimony? Or why did she just say that? I don't know. Unfortunately, his attorneys need to address that as well, because people say, "Well, it didn't have what she said doesn't have an effect. It didn't have an effect on his conviction here." Newsflash: putting that statement out there on a network like CBS will taint a potential jury in his other cases. So yeah, you're supposed to address stuff like that. I mean, this is like, when you're in a fight, you have to be able to address any blow that's coming to you that can harm you. So I don't know if the money ran out for the lawyers to at least address this with it takes a tweet. And literally, you don't need a whole press release. Just send a tweet out. Because former President Donald Trump, he didn't wait for his publicists and his press secretaries to put statements out. In most cases, he sent a tweet. And the tweet will go viral, and I guarantee people will grab that tweet. It could be 2 lines, and it will reach everywhere. But you got to say something. Because either your client's a snitch, or you are derelicting your duty. Either your client's a snitch, or you derelict in your duty in addressing it. So which one is it? Is he a snitch, or you derelict in your duty in addressing it? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Is your client a snitch, are you derelict in your duties in addressing this? That's all. There are a lot of people trying to get a bag. That's the problem. There are a lot of people trying to get a bag. Trying to get a bag. Free money. Free money. Let's talk about him being a snitch or the possibility. And who is he probably going to snitch on? Who is he going to snitch on now? Who is he going to snitch on now? Who is he going to snitch on now? Who was he interacting with that could possibly provide him a get out of jail free card? Come on. Come on, let's think for a second. Forget whether or not you believe he's guilty of this crime or not. Ask common sense questions, because there was things that I heard in that trial that didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. It didn't pass the smell test. It didn't. Because collectively, you put all the stuff, you put everything together, and the problem I'm having, I keep talking about Sonya, and I'll tell you why. I keep talking about Sonya. I'm not talking about any, and I'm talking about a few others, but Sonya in particular, because what Sonya described, and they made light of it the government made light of it, presenting it in the sense that the girl described rape, she just described kidnapping, but then when it came to the end of that testimony, it sounded like it. I mean, these are trained lawyers, investigators. They actually presented this to a jury. So if they presented that piece of evidence, the testimony is the evidence, because she said it, so they entered as evidence. But the weight of it, as I said to Gloria Allred at the press conference, and I'm gonna show you how people can spread untruths. I'm gonna paint a picture for you. The press conference literally took place within 15 minutes of the verdict, or less than 15 minutes. So I can tell you, I went from the courtroom to security, grabbed my phone, did what I had to do to send it to the outlet I'm covering it for, went downstairs, mics already set up, and you think that the lawyers will be the first ones to come out to get to the podium. But guess who ran to the podium? It was a lawyer, but it wasn't a lawyer in this case. Gloria she went to the podium. I don't say she ran, she walked to the podium, and she's giving a press conference. And then she's going over the verdicts. Reading the statements of her clients. But I guess she didn't know that I looked at the verdict form, and I went through each thing before. In that 10 minutes, I read everything, and I read what the jury actually said. So when she referenced her client, Sonya, and she told this to all the media was out there about the verdict, and she alluded to that the jury bought her client's testimony. But I had to call out, Gloria, the jury didn't believe your client. And she says, well, no, they didn't say they didn't believe her. There was a reasonable doubt. Well, if I have reasonable doubt, that means I don't freaking believe you. If I have reasonable doubt, I don't believe you. So what are you talking about? If I have reasonable doubt, that tells me that your story is not believable. So what are we doing here? You go in front of a media outlet, or no, a bunch of them, and say that. And she wasn't ready for that question. Because I'm not a part of the go along, get along committee. I'm not a part of that committee. I'm sorry. I can't be a part of that committee because it's dangerous. It's dangerous to march to the beat of everybody's drum if you don't know what the drum beat is leading to. And a lot of people are doing that. They're doing that. They are doing that. And I keep saying, I have an issue with the process of what's been happening. And it's something, in my opinion, something more sinister than just this. Because if I see it with my own eyes and hear it with my own ears, but other people are trying to promote something that wasn't actually said, there's something sinister at work. So yes, I intend, at first I will just say that I was a little disappointed in the way that the trial was handled on both sides. And I said I wasn't going to cover his other trials. But I can announce today that I do intend on covering his Chicago trial. I do intend on covering it because I started covering it from time he got. Let me say something else, and this is important. When he got arrested, he didn't get no correction. He surrendered himself. He didn't get arrested at his recording studio. He got on his Sprinter and turned himself in. He turned himself in. Snitches don't typically turn themselves in. They're gonna find a way to get out the hell out of the country and get out of here, but he turned himself in. So yeah, I was at the studio the night that he turned himself in. When he left the studio. So I would just say that it's important to see how this thing plays out. Because it's not over yet. I understand that YouTube has decided to take down his videos today. I mean, that's their prerogative. This is their platform. This is what they can do. This is their platform. So can't get too upset because he doesn't own the platform. And here's the other problem with that. There was an outage 2 days ago, allegedly because of some technical issue. But I truly believe that was intentional. And I truly believe that Facebook was trying to send a message to the world that at the end of the day, they control the game. So that's what happened, in my opinion. It didn't go down just because of a technical glitch. I mean, this is a multi-billion-dollar company. You would literally have to fire people to make those type of mistakes. So don't believe that they allowed their system to go down just like that. And the other thing is, YouTube decided they want to take his video down. That's their prerogative. Hopefully, those who are his fans download the videos already. Hope you download all his videos. Download it, put it on your own platform, whatever the case is. I know it's a copyright issue. Are you still going to be supporting YouTube? I guess you are. You're here. Fans of R. Kelly, are you still going to be supporting YouTube because they took his videos down? You probably are. Most of you probably going to still support YouTube because obviously, while they've taken these actions, they have also provided most people an ability to exercise their voice to a certain degree. Let me read some questions, guys. Let's see here. I don't have any super chats, so do I have any questions? Let's see here. Hey. Okay, Demetria, I see you. Hit that. All right. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, they were quick to take us down, but if you check the YouTube, there's some stuff that's still up that should probably came down already. Not on his stuff. Oh yeah, Alexander, I just seen your question. and I just addressed it. My thoughts are it's their platform, you know, you know, at the end of the day, it's theirs. We're in their house right now. He's in their house, so they kicked him out the house. See, this is why it's important for all these artists that are, and I said this to one of my clients, a famous client of mine. It's important that you own your own platform, your own app. That way you can control your own video, your own music distribution. That's too much power for one company. And I'll say that too. YouTube has too much power. And too many people are dependent on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Too much power. You got to own your platform. You got to own your distribution hub. So when you don't, they just cut your livelihood off. There are people who have lost their Instagram pages. They have spent thousands of dollars in marketing to promote their page, have hundreds of thousands of followers. Some may have millions. And they can just turn the switch off like that. So you're not covering yourself. And if you're taking care of your family based on being on someone else's platform, that you really don't have a contract with them, so you have no recourse, you're setting yourself up for failure. So don't invest too much time on these platforms when you don't have the protection mechanism in place. And don't let this be your sole means of income using YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, because guess what? They can pull the rug right from under you. So, practice smart moves for your livelihood. You have to have more than one general revenue stream. You have to. Okay. Well, Marsha, they probably will have to do that. Right. Absolutely. I see what you said, Shakira Muhammad. I see what you said, and if they really are, yeah, they probably should. I agree with you. If they don't like if you don't like what YouTube has done with his music, cancel your. If you don't like it, cancel your premium services. Cancel it. Just cancel it. That's all. I shouldn't be giving money to a company that doesn't support my favorite artists. But you guys have to make that call. I don't use YouTube Premium. I'm Netflix, and that's it. And I create a lot of content anyway. A lot I create for clients. It doesn't end up. They may end up on YouTube. That's all I know. But they pay for it. Once they pay me, you do what you want with it. But yeah, pretty much. Let me read this here. All right, guys. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, hold on. All right. That's not gonna happen, Marsha. Don't hold your breath on that one. That's not gonna happen. That part won't happen. As far as filing a complaint on the process, no, that's not gonna happen. The complaint is the appeal. That's the complaint. That's the complaint that people want to. It's going to be filed, not against the prosecutor. The complaint is going to be filed by way of an appeal. That's how that's going to be addressed. But guys, do me a favor. While you're here, I need you to do this real quick. This is so important. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Share the video. Yeah, sometimes I'll jump on and speak on the different elements of R. Kelly situation, like this Dream Hampton and her saying what she said in the interview. I haven't really spoke on what I thought about Azriel's interview because you know why? I saw a testimony. So what people say on interviews and then what they say in the courtroom, I saw a testimony. So I'm not going to speak on it. At least not yet. At least not yet. But I would just say one thing. The judge said to the jury in the opening, in the beginning of the trial, the parents of these young ladies are not on trial, or these victims are not on trial. But if you come to R. Kelly with a how to get rich scheme about musical dildos, and and then you allow your daughter to be around him, what are you really talking about here? This is just crazy. Just ridiculous. Yep. All that. But guess what, Courtney? They allowed so much to get in that they were gleefully happy at that press conference that they came out looking like, man, they were happy. But there's still an appeal process. You know, it's still an appeal process. So stop running with it. Is R. Kelly snitching? Is he snitching? Well, his lawyers need to come out and just tell the people with it. You know, just tell them, listen, he's not. That's just another rumor. That's all they have to do. That's a tweet. All right, who has Canic's number? I don't have it handy. Anyone has Canic's number on hand? Maybe I'll call him right now. I'll give him. I have his phone. I'll call the attorney right now. How about that? Should I call the attorney right now? Who has Canic's number on standby? I know my phone is not even here. My phone is in another room. Well, let's get him on the phone. Mr. Canic, I have a question for you, sir. Why haven't you addressed this snitching rumor? This can get your client killed and won't be a need for an appeal. The judge can't not deny the appeal. Gertrude Harris, that is not true. The judge, in this case, cannot deny him right to appeal. That's a constitutional guarantee. He has a right to the appeal. The judge cannot deny him right to appeal. So we're not going to spread no rumors over here. We got to speak what we know and know what we speak. So that judge is not going to deny him the right to appeal. It's not going to happen. Come on. There you go. Come on, real world. Stop it. What are you talking about? It just seems to be helping R. Kelly. Anyway, next one. Gertrude. Where my moderator? Get Gertrude out of here. Gertrude, get her out of here. I know the law better than you, Gertrude. Get out of here. The judge is not going to deny him the right to appeal. She can't. It goes to another court. If you're talking about the judge there, it goes to another court. Okay, first you go from the judge is going to deny his right, but if he has no money, he's finished. Gertrude, you trolling right now. It looks like Gertrude, you trolling. You know, sometimes I look at a name and they say just some of the most outlandish things that I gotta call them out. Just call you out because right now you're talking gibberish. So stop it. Yeah, Courtney. Wait, hold on, Courtney. Courtney, you got it, Courtney. I'm handing it to you right now. Yep. Courtney, you got it. You got it. Handle that for me, Courtney. Courtney, you got the wrench. Do what you do. All right. Who else we got here? See, we ain't playing those games over here. If you come here just talking nonsense, we getting you out of here. You ain't coming over here with the nonsense. Starting rooms. You might be the one to start that snitching rumor, Gertrude. Courtney, get Gertrude out of here. All right. Thank you. Courtney doing her thing. Show that Courtney love. I'm gonna do that, Courtney. I'm gonna make that call. Absolutely am. But last night, I attended this. We have Atlanta ATL Fashion Week, and I attended the show last night, so I got caught up. Testing my new camera. I bought this nice camera. Oh my goodness! I actually did it. I bought it for my friend's wedding. I had left my equipment somewhere else, and I just ran and grabbed me another nice piece of equipment. And I like the camera. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to keep it because right now I left my equipment, so it's like a rental. They charge like $600 just to rent it for I guess 10 days. So I might just keep it. Let me see here. Let's see here. Absolutely, I'm gonna give him a call shortly. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'll call his office shortly. Always, always what like if they are trying to get their face in the media and they haven't got their face in the courtroom, I don't know if they should be talking right at this point. I don't know. I don't even know if Greenberg's still in the case. Hmm. I'm sorry. Okay, so Alexander, so what happened? I got to the awards. So this is a true story. I get to the awards, go to pick up my credentials, and one of the reps say to me, "Do you have um, your tests for the last one you took for 7 days ago?" I'm like, "No, I didn't take a test 7 days ago. I took one, but it was longer than that." So they wanted you to have two tests before you can get your credential. I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." I had a bunch of stuff. I had so much stuff to do. I didn't really care. Um, but no, I actually had someone else there for me. I sent someone else who was vaccinated, and they covered it for me. I actually got the verdict form. Um, what? That thing's oh, scared. I can get up right now. I got my shorts on, so I ain't getting up. You ladies want to see all these muscles, and I've been working out, so you don't want. I'm gonna sit right here. Anyway, what we got here? What we got? Uh, Clay, I can't say that, Clay. There's strategy, and that's going to be something for students and professors to look at over time. Um, I personally would have liked to see more witnesses called, character witnesses for that matter. The fact that the jury was given so much testimony from the prosecution side, and then what was happening towards the defense's presentation of their witnesses, it wasn't the it wasn't the best lawyering I saw. It was just could have been done better, perhaps, perhaps. Okay, Queen, due to the illegal actions which have taken place against Kelly receiving no, they're not, Queen. No, Queen, stop it. They're not amending the Constitution because of an R. Kelly case. They're not going to do it. They have bigger fish to fry, and they're not going to make any type of ratifications of the Bill of Rights or the Constitution just because of R. Kelly's case. That's not happening. No, well, they need to don't go through the proper channels. Don't start attacking the judge and doing making because don't get yourself in a criminal uh, situation by going after or threatening anyone. Uh, Go through the proper channels. As upset as you are about the outcome, you still got to go through the proper channels. You got to go through proper channels. Because guess who's going to deal with the judge if the judge did wrong? The appellate court, the appeals court. That's who's going to deal with the judge. But the lawyers have to act and they have to file, their case, their appeals. And I would agree. Gertrude, Gertrude, we gave you a timeout. What you doing? What are you doing, Gertrude? You got to go back in the corner, put your leg up for about another 3 minutes. Somebody get Gertrude out of here. Gertrude, get it, get it out of here, please. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. You people, you didn't just hit us with the Gertrude. You hit us with the you people? Get Gertrude out of here. Right, exactly. Leave the judge alone. No, so real world, the judge is not going to be voted out. Only way that judge can get it off the bench is if she's impeached. She has a lifetime appointment. She would have to be impeached or willingly step down. Judges, she has a lifetime appointment, so you can't vote her out. State judges can vote, but no. Yeah, I think grand jurors. I think that played a factor. He got the case kind of late, and he was asking for documentation to be turned over, and he had to prepare, and he didn't have a lot of time to prepare. And I don't know if the strategy to change teams would have been the right strategy. Probably they should have probably worked together and keep the other team, But sometimes people can't work with other people, so that's probably why that didn't happen. But I think that getting a case of this size so late in the game could have harmed him. Uh, yeah, Clay. He needs definitely Andrew White type, because these type of Andrew White would have dealt with that rumor, shot it down, plain and simple. That's the difference, you know. Oh my goodness, that was funny. MFG, that was funny. That was funny. Let's see. Well, the judge has see that's the risk. The judge has a lifetime appointment. When you're a federal judge, you have a lifetime appointment. So lawyers are not trying to really piss off the judge because guess what? They may have to get in front of this judge again on another case. So, but you have to go through the right channels. You just don't, say what you want about a federal judge because it can be construed as, like depending what you say. And some people just don't have common sense because if you suggest that you threaten a judge, you're getting a visit from the FBI. You're getting a visit from the FBI, and they're going to hold you inside until they ascertain whether or not you're a threat. No, Marsha, this is a federal case. You can't follow. You can't file a complaint with the State Bar Association. Not happening. This is a federal judge, not state judge. Right. The judge wasn't President Obama appointee. Yes. Yes. That's correct. Let's get off the judge right now because whatever the judge did or did not do uh, in running her courtroom, that's something for the appeals process. No, you can't present new evidence on an appeal. You have to address the evidence that was presented in the trial. You can't present new evidence on appeal. That's false. Right. So yeah, that no. Let's see what else we have here. What else we have here? Yep, Shakira Muhammad. By any means, I agree with you. I totally agree with you there. Let's see here what we got going on. All right, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. So, for those who just came in, we were discussing this fake rumor about R. Kelly snitching to get a reduced sentence. If he was even thinking about doing something like that, not that I believe he has anything to snitch on anyone about, he would have done that before the trial started. That would have been what would be holding the trial up to see whether or not he has something of credible evidence that the government wants to use. But yeah, let's not promote fake rumors like him snitching. He has an appeal process, and he's not going to. Judge Ansall all the states on this case. You real silly. All right, I got a mod. We about to get out of here. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Now, guess what? I just put you and guess what? We're gonna take Gertrude out. Gertrude, you gone. You're gone, Gertrude. We took you out. We took you out. I think we took you out. Did we take you out? I don't know if we took you out. Let me see if I take you out. That's what I'm about to do. Gertrude trolling. Let me take a trolling. Trolling butt out of here. Get your trolling butt out of here. Let's see. Okay. She done dada. She out. She gone. Yeah, I gotta make that phone call. I'll make that phone call right now. I'll make that call. I'll make that call, and I'll come back and I'll tweet the results. You follow me on Twitter at Mr. Dennis Byron. I'll make the call. Um, I'll make the call right now. I'll make the call right now. I'm sorry, I had a message come through. Right, they didn't even offer a plea deal. They didn't offer a plea deal. But yeah, I'll make the call, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Someone keeps saying you can't go to the State Bar Association on a federal judge. The Senate, Congress. Yes. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna find out why is his team not addressing this rumor. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Appreciate you. I'm out.